But listen, you had an opportunity to work with, for everybody listening, for, fellow FAMUans, Rob Hardy and Will Packer, creators of Rainforest Film Production, for those film gurus out there. You worked with those two to write a companion piece to Chocolate City, right?
That's right. That was Rainforest's first production, by the way. How about the lady said one moment there? She must have liked that answer. So, hold on, brother. I got to do you the right way and give you this, at least at the very least. So, without further ado, please welcome to the show, Brother William Ashanti Hobbs. Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, this just proves we're not gonna let them keep us down, brother.
There you go. I'm with you.
All right. You and I go way back, so this should be fun. I'm gonna dive right in. Where did your love for writing come from? Because it seems like you came out the womb wanting to write.
Most definitely, man. I come from a Southern family where children are supposed to be seen and not heard, and that was kind of interesting for a boy that was rather expressive. I did my sports and all this other kind of stuff, but I always had a little bit more to say, I guess, than your average boy. So what I learned was, instead of saying it, just write it. Because, unfortunately, and it still holds true in many cases, if you want to hide something from a lot of black people, you just put it in a book or something like that. Yeah. And from that, I started becoming more interested in other people's books. So just like you were saying, like from the beginning, I was really interested in writing. And it got to the point where even in school or whatever, I get C's and whatnot and everything, and then you see this big old A next to PE, and then English. I'm telling you, it was all the way through like that. In fact, I remember looking at my transcript after high school, you could spell like cat, you could pronounce it. And it was always the A in English because we didn't have PE by that time. But it became interesting to me that I got into Rapper's Delight and all of the talking in that song a lot more than your average person. I was like the only, I think, kid in school to actually write all of Rapper's Delight. Everybody else was to just, repeat it. I got joy out of writing it.
Wow.
And that was just so odd to so many people. So by the time I got into, I think I was about 9 or 10 when Roots came out. And the miniseries was just so amazing. I learned something about my own people and everything. I remember I got that book, and I read it about 3 times. And I would sit. I remember one time I sat in the bathroom because my dad kept bothering me, like, why are you always reading this damn book? I would hide out in the bathroom on the toilet just to read that book. And it got to the point, I would be in there so long. If you, stay on the toilet too long, you get that ring on the back of your legs and you start your legs falling.
Who are you saying? You get numb, you can't stand up?
There you go. It was like that. And then he in there messing with himself. I'm like, no. And then they hear a page turn and tell me to get out of the bathroom. But I love that book. So then, as I started going through middle school and high school, more and more brothers seem to have more and more issues with articulating themselves. So I started, selling love letters to dudes to get a girl for lunch money and the whole 9 yards. And I'd be damned if it wasn't working, boy. So, yeah. And the funny thing is, because my high school didn't care nothing about any black boys who didn't do sports or whatever, I barely graduated on time because I did so poorly in my other classes. As a matter of fact, I had to go to, they call it open campus. They still call that in Atlanta.
I had to go there. They sure do.
Yeah, I had to go there to graduate in time. So, yeah, and my grades were so bad.
Let me just say
I had to spend about a year in community college just to be eventually accepted to FAMU as a special student.